Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Jeff Trenopole, and as always, I am bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here from the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio. All right, here's a rundown of the topics I'll be discussing today. What has it been like for Zack Taylor and his new normal? Not be able to go anywhere and try to scout players? Seems like they've done pretty good so far. And the NFL Pass. It's free for you right now. They're showing the 1981 Freezer Bowl. And Joe Burrow tweeted out his disappointment that today should have been his pro day. And who's my Zeke of the week? All right. Like I said before, today should have been the pro day for the LSU Tigers and Joe Burrow. Joe tweeted out, today would have been our pro day. A day I have been looking forward to for a long time. And the last time the 2019-2020 LSU Tigers compete together. I miss my guys. Now this is from Cincinnati.com. Joe Burrow is expected to be the top pick overall in the 2020 draft. And the Cincinnati Bengals have given indication that they will select him, whether he participated in the pro day or not. But Burrow said he had planned to take part in the pro day to help support his teammates who are draft prospects. Right there, of course he wants to be in pro day. If you're an NFL prospect, that's something you look forward to in the draft portion of leading up to the draft. It's kind of a dream to go play, in the NFL pro day at your school. But the cool thing is, Joe really didn't need to do it. He just was doing it, one, because he wanted to, two, to help out his teammates. That shows you what kind of a guy Joe Burrow is and the guy that the Bengals are going to draft. All right. Now, to the other side, Bengals. Zack Taylor. What's his new normal like, with not being able to go anywhere and trying to scout players, and you can't physically go see them. This is from Bengals.com. If this had been the world we once knew, the Bengals head coach Zack Taylor and director of player personnel Tobin would have already landed Thursday night in Baton Rouge after grabbing a flight from West Palm Beach, Florida, which was supposed to be the site of the annual league meetings, which, as we know, none of this has happened. But there were no flights because there's no meeting. There's no trip to Baton Rouge because the defending national champion LSU Tigers didn't have a pro day. We are in very uncharted waters in this day and age. But Taylor is upbeat. Taylor perched upstairs in his Cincinnati home Thursday night instead of in a hotel shuttle, continuing not to tip his hand about the number one pick, which I think is hilarious. I think they're just messing with everybody because, of course, they're going to draft Joe Burrow. Now, quoting Taylor here, the only thing you didn't get a chance to see was a guy throw 40 throws in front of you. Taylor continued, at the end of the day, what does that really give you? In the grand scheme of things, some things that are bigger factors if you're a guy in the 5th or 6th round, meaning they have the number one pick. We've had plenty of exposure in positioning to be the number one pick. We feel very confident with whoever we decide to take. Like I said, I think Zach is having fun with this. Just with all the media just wants him to come out and say they're taking Joe Burrow. I would like him to say that so everybody would just stop writing about it. But I think Zach is really enjoying the position the Bengals are in right now with the free agents they signed. They're going to draft Joe Burrow. And I think he's having fun with the media, not tipping his hand, not saying, well, you never know. Well, who knows? Take it from me. They're drafting Joe Burrow. All right. This show and every show is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. So like I said, when we get through this pandemic and you guys want to move from an apartment to a house or go to a condo or whatever, check out their website. It's really easy. They have all their available properties listed. And like I said yesterday, all you got to do is type in some information. They'll give you the code to the lockbox. You can go in and check out the property all by yourself. No landlord, no pressure, no nothing. So check them out. Now this is cool. NFL Game Pass, which the NFL has given to you for free, which I hope you knew that, today is showing the 1981 AFC Championship game, Bengals versus Chargers, which is known as the Freezer Bowl. I posted this link on Sports with Strawberry Ice, and you can also get it on the Bengals app. It's all on there. I'm hoping, I'm going to watch it after I get done doing my show here. I'm hoping I can actually cast it onto my TV and I don't have to watch it just on my phone or my iPad. But anyway, this is a very cool game to go watch. Like I said, I was 5. It was January. I wasn't 6 yet. I was almost 6. Anyway, that was, I think, the coldest or second cold. I don't remember. I don't know if it's the Freezer Bowl or the Ice Bowl is colder. But in Bengals history, it's a great game to watch. To watch the, back then, San Diego Chargers, just, they couldn't handle it at all. And I would love, I want to see, I hope this is on the TV or on the broadcast. I want to see the look of the Chargers' faces when the Bengals offensive linemen ran out of there sleeveless. I think they're all freaking nuts. But that's what they did. And I'll never forget, there was a guy shirtless running on top of the Reds dugout, because that's, it was both teams played there, and had guys drinking beer, shirtless. They are crazy. Another memory from that game is there was a guy who, I think he owned a barbershop or something, and he built this statue of a Bengal, and he used leftover hair, which is kind of gross now if you think about it, and made a Bengal statue with a Charger hanging out of it. I'm hoping that is on there too, because for some reason that always sticks out in my head. Like I said, I was only 5. So how much of the game I watched back then, I don't really know. I was probably running around coloring and doing other stuff. But check it out today. It's on the NFL Game Pass. Now, I have really appreciated all the comments you guys have been giving me on the YouTube channel, the good ones, the bad ones, all of it. But this one I thought it was kind of interesting. Brought up an interesting topic for us to discuss. Now, this guy said with all the moves that the Bengals have done, and with them releasing Kirkpatrick and trying to figure out they're going to release Andy Dalton or they're going to keep him or whatever, I hope they just, I like Andy. I would like him to be the backup. I think that'd be good for Joe Burrow to a certain extent, but I want the money to go pay for other guys. So I kind of hope they just get rid of him, and I would not be surprised if the Bengals cut him and the Patriots pick him right up. Anyway, speaking of players to be cut, this guy's idea was to cut Giovanni Bernard. And I kind of understand where he's coming from, because Gio really hasn't been a factor the last couple years. But in my opinion, I don't put that on Gio. I put that on the coaching staff. I mean, I don't think when Marvin was there, they used him right. I mean, he should be a weapon that they really utilize, because he's fast, he's quick, he's got good hands, he can catch the ball. You can put him on bubble screens, shuttle screens, all kinds of different stuff. You could probably split him out wide. I mean, there's so many different things that Giovanni Bernard can do and he's good at. And I just don't understand why the Bengals have not utilized that. So I personally would like them to keep him and use him. But like I told the guy, I commented back, if they're not going to, then yes, cut him and let's get a regular backup running back if we're not going to use him for what he can do. I wonder what he could be like as a punt returner. I mean, just stuff to get him in open space. He's got so many moves and he's so fast. I just really wish the Bengals would try to take more advantage of him and his athletic ability. And I don't understand why they haven't, especially since we got Zack Taylor, because he's supposed to be this offensive-minded coach, which he is. He was a quarterback coach. So hopefully this year they'll be able to use him more. I mean, I never even saw him use him toward the end of the year when Zach had been here a while. So maybe there's something I'm missing, but I don't know. But I mean, if you're going to keep him, you might as well use him. What do you guys think? Message me down below or on the Facebook page, Sports with Strawberry Ice, or on my Twitter handle. Okay. Now, this is Friday, and every Friday I do the Zeke of the Week. It's stuff that people have said that's silly, irritating, or just something dumb that somebody did on the court. Well, since there's no sports going on, it's very hard to find stuff. But I did. My Zeke of the Week this week is all the reports that are coming out. Like, okay, Miami came out and said that they're not sold on Tua now. So everything blew up. That Miami's going to give them all these picks and everything, and they're interested in Joe Burrow. Well, no, duh. But the Bengals are not trading him. I know Zack Taylor is not indicating what they're going to do. I can tell you this almost for a fact. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I will be shocked if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll come on here and say, you know what? Hey, the answer being is right. Bengals are going to trade the pick, blah, blah, blah. I don't think they're going to. And they keep having these reports that the Bengals or the Dolphins are offering all these picks. I don't think they're trading them. And I'm tired of hearing about it. But right now, like I said, there's nothing else going on. So we're going to hear about it more and more and more until the draft comes in. So all these reporters, all these fans that keep saying, we should take all these picks. They're not going to. Just stop. You guys are my Zekes of the week. All right. Today's Friday. We got the weekend coming up. As always. Well, not as always, but as our new normal, no sports. So we can all discuss different topics. We talk about the Freezer Bowl. If you were there, we talk about what I talked about with do you think the Bengals should cut Giovanni Bernard or they should keep him? We can discuss them all on different Facebook groups that I help run. They are Bengals Nation, Reds Country, and Bearcat Country. You can also, discuss them on my own page, Sports with Strawberry Ice. Now, YouTube guys, if you're watching me on YouTube, I appreciate it. If you get me on a Facebook link, this is a YouTube channel. Do me a favor. If you don't have an account, go get yourself an account and subscribe to my show. I am this close to 300 people. As of right now, I'm doing this show. I am at 299 people. You guys, like I said, have been unbelievable. I appreciate all the comments. I mean, you guys have had great comments. I've barely had any bad comments. I've had some bad comments, but not many. I mean, most of you guys like what I'm doing. You are interacting, and I'm trying to answer every single one of you as fast as I can and to try to give you a good input. If you took time out of your day to comment on my show, then I'm definitely taking time out of my day to respond. So I appreciate that. Like I said, 299. If you are listening to me on the podcast, and if it's on Apple Podcasts, do me a favor, give me a 5-star review. If you're on BeanPod or Spotify or Anchor or any of the other podcasts, subscribe to the show. It'll pop right up on your phone and you can listen to me. This is a daily show. I do Monday through Friday. And like I said, it's the weekend. Everybody wash your hands. Do your social distancing. Stay away from each other. We'll get through this. I am hoping by the end of April, when our social distancing, that's quote unquote the end of it. They might extend it. I hope they don't. I hope by then this is going downhill. And the only way that's going to happen is if we all do what we're supposed to do and try to stay away from each other, which is not normal for us. We all like being around each other. I like being around each other. So just do your best to stay away, and let's get through this thing so we can get back to life, get back to working, and get back to sports. That's just sports, baby. Like, subscribe, share. Tell all my friends about me. See you guys.